Hey guys, didn't see that. Welcome aboard for another YouTube video here on the channel. Today we're at Edinburgh Waverley in the Class 365 by Armstrong Powerhouse. Try to release the doors. They don't appear to be working. So we are at... Hello? Go home, power car, you're drunk. Kind of impressive that. So, we're going to take the tail lamps out. Put the tail lamps out. Set day headlights. There we go, release the doors so passengers can board now. Kill the lights, set that. Speed set can go to 20. That's really obvious that the speed set is set, that's perfect. So, welcome aboard guys. I'm just going to isolate DSD. Destination's already set for Glasgow Queen Street. Service 1 Romeo 73, the 1432, Edinburgh to Glasgow Queen Street service. 8 cars, calling at Edinburgh, Haymarket, Falkirk High, Croy and Glasgow Queen Street. Total journey time about 40-ish minutes. Or 49 minutes off once we get off blocks here. But yeah, very nice loco. First time I've driven the... very nice set, I should say. First time I've driven the AP'd 365 in Scotland. Or the 365 in Scotland full stop. We've got some 170s, 380. I believe I have all the requirements for this, so it should be a nice little scenario. I've got a LNER, so this must be just in the transitional phase. LNER 91, ScotRail 158. Got the 360 standing in for the 334. Another 170, two more 158. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll get the doors shut. So remember how to close the doors. Door close is... yeah, we're all good. And then we'll set the TR array. Have we got set? Go, that Mark 4's set's going to leave it over in front of us, and then we'll have the road. Although we're already running late according to the schedule, which is just 8 out of 8, mate. Yes, that 91's really rude. Which one is it? Capture one. Okay, we've got the road. Yes, the tones. Everyone does seem to like the networker tones. Awesome. Just go cruising out of here. It's very interesting when you drive 365 because I've just recorded the HST on Harrogate Loop video, and it feels very different. It feels like I'm driving a tram almost, and I've got with an HST there's sort of something in front of you. With this, you know, you don't really have a desk. Okay, train you win. Headlights going on. Now, I've not been up on this route for a while. I actually do want to do this for a route learner in the not too distant future. Knowing me and my levels of planning, I'll probably do it straight after this. Okay, I'm just going to do a bit of Ooh, bit of snaking there, bit of snaking action. Let's try and go. Everyone loves a bit of snaking action. I'm going to grab this screenshot first with my traditional angle. Saw some of the 365 down when I was down London Way. It was quite cool. To be like, I've driven you. And then I actually remember I've stood on this bridge and waved to trains coming past as a kid. Ooh, everyone loves a bit of snaking action. Just give them a little wave. So this is the story of the 365 in Scotland. If you were sleeping under a rock when this was happening, what happened was the Class 385s had some issues on introduction, and ScotRail went, we need capacity. One of the leasing companies turned around and went, well, we've got these 365s that are available, you can have those. And they went, yeah, okay. So these went up to Scotland. I think all in all 4 sets went up. They were dragged behind 37 or 57, I can never remember. I know on the way down there went behind a 57, not sure on the way up. And I know one went up on a lorry, and the rest of them went by road. And they were very good, but they've, yeah, I said no longer running in Scotland, but I think they're now in store at Crewe. Right, I'm just gonna wallop power back to off. Yeah, got the green at the end, so we should be good. That rail looked like it was over the track for a minute there. There's our dodgy B-tag. We're in 8 car markers. I'm gonna let the guard take over. Yeah, and as I say, ScotRail marketed them as Smiley trains because the smile from the AC. Okay, apparently that front one is on the platform, but the rear one is. Oh, apparently not so much either. Let's go and have a look at Haymarket. Anything we put in there? Ooh, spicy. So we've got some 43s, or reliveried. Ooh. Or reliveried 43s on, I suppose unbranded first Mark III stock. Got the 158 over here. And got a pair of 43s outside the thing there. 170s. Really quite busy to look like, but I like it. Just derp. It's things like that that drive people like me doolally, but take 30 seconds to fix. Okay, not full. I've got some temporary work tomorrow and then next week. I've decided I got a job offer for a job that I didn't really want, but I'm going to go and do a week's work with them as well. At least get a little bit of money that way. go. Over to 90 we go, and I think that's the fastest limit on this route. We've got 24 miles to Falkirk, so it's a nice blast at this point, and we're due in 16 minutes. So that's a, yeah. See, the class 50's been touted quite a lot. I'm expecting it to release at the end of the week. So that should be a bit of good fun. Another thing I find quite cool is the pantographs on these. I've never noticed like wings on pantographs. I'm assuming that's it, isn't it? It's like that. I'm assuming it's supposed to provide downforce? Question mark. Let's try that. Check the rear one. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's providing a little bit of, it's either going to be lift or downforce. I'd assume it's downforce to stop the pantograph putting too much pressure on the overhead line. It would be cool if you could calibrate it. I know, well, that would be stupid because wind is a thing, but if you could calibrate it to every time the train goes over 100 miles an hour, the wind goes over 100 miles an hour, the pressure's so much it drops the pantograph, therefore you lose traction power. But imagine driving at a 40 mile an hour headwind. Gets up to 60 up. 60 up. It'd have to be like an override on it or something, but it could be cool. And like the 170s, for example, they have governors that if you go over 100 miles an hour, it chops the engine out. And then you have to go idle and put the power back in to get going again. It's number 2 end. Never understood the unless they're staying permanently coupled together. Yeah, why has that got a 2 on the front? The other one's got a 3. Don't get it. Hello 334. Not sure why 3. Hang on. I don't even remind myself what the 334 looks like. I guess that kind of resembles a 360. That kind of resembles it, in a way. Blue train, oh, BR Blue 303. But yeah, I'm still packing stuff up. I didn't realise how much stuff I had. I've got like 1, 2, 3 boxes just full of stuff now. In my room, and I've got another 4 downstairs and one with my dad. And it just doesn't look like anything's been removed from the room yet. It's mad. I mean, I've got a few bits of furniture. When they go, I'll have a lot more space. And when I adjust the desk back to its original position before I hand the room back to the landlord. But apart from that, yeah. It's just crazy to think I'm living down there. Yeah, I'm running a little late. I don't know why. We've been running pretty much pedal to the metal. Absolutely love the drive-by shots. Looks like an area, yeah, looks like an old works yard sort of place. I forget which, I think this is the Chris Horsfield version of Edinburgh, Glasgow. I know he said he's working on an upgrade, but we've yet to see that, so yeah. Where does that line go? Oh, rip. Bathgate, I've heard of the place. Yeah, you can see we're following the route. Yeah, that's the Dalmania line. And you've got, I think that's an intermodal siding as well. Or the trains come from the intermodal stuff. No, it's Grangemouth. Yeah, Grangemouth sidings. They do refineries and container stuff, I think, from there. And then, yeah, we're on Falkirk Highway. That's Falkirk Gramerton, which again, we've got on 70 route, but I did Stirling as a scenario. I may still release that. The Stirling one was the most sort of balked of the lot of the ones that I did actually. Well, there we go. Sorry guys, I'm gonna make a cup of hot chocolate after this and just try it. Quite a good morning. Already got one video recorded today. As I say, drummed up a bit of work for myself. Just keeping my eyes on the prize and getting stuff sorted, I guess. Quite funny. I've started hearing back from job applications. Yes, sorry, you weren't successful. I'm like, yeah, I think somehow I can live with that. God damn it, I need to pay attention to train driving. Today's just going to be the day of distracto to train driving. If I go a notch before, that will kick the rears in. Yeah, see, that's using rear static brakes only, just to bring our speed down. Nice. I think I'm going to do some third rail stuff. I should do Victoria to Chatham, just to actually want to do Faversham next, just to compare it to the journey that I had the other day. So I've never really paid attention to anything outside of sort of the immediate area of the track, whereas obviously with the current, you know, with my now experience of that area, it would be cool to see how right they got it. But it was really great visit to have to Dovetail. So I thought, you know what, even if I don't get this, just the experience of coming down here and, you know, having an interview. Yeah. Feels good, man. Feels good. Let's go for thumbnail. You'll notice that's the angle I favour for pretty much all the thumbnails. I just try and alternate the sides a bit just to make it look a bit nicer. Awesome. Notice how we're not really accelerating all that much. It's just give it a quick whirl. Yeah, 24 amps is the max I can pull, which is fair enough. I mean, we're up at 100, which that's, I think, the fastest I've had the 365 in a while. It's still alive.
Oh.
How long's it been live for? Not only 2 hours. Fair. No, it's just the new Fortnite season's out, so. I just that the YouTuber last time, that YouTuber in particular, last time I checked, was live shooting Fortnite. It was like 10 o'clock last night, and it's still live now. And I'm like, whoa. Or is live now with the same thumbnail. Looks to be doing the same thing, so it's a bit like, what? But yeah, absolutely love this thing. Still don't quite get how we're running so light. Actually, I've got an idea for a series I want to do with another YouTuber. That's typical. Get a Discord notification. Let me check. I believe Discord's on this main screen, isn't it? That's not popped up. As soon as I'm straight up at the screen. Sometimes people do need me quite urgently through it. Good God, help. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh well. Which one's this? Is this Croy? Let it go, of course. We are rail fans. We are different, we are many. We are rail fans. Hoorah! Rail fans! Yeah, I wasn't recording last night when I was on ARP, but ended up responding to a technical rescue as an EMS. Because I was as EMS, the supervisor was in the fly car, and we then had someone else in an engine, and I ended up responding to a crash as EMS, did a survey. Oh God, spinal issues. Okay, we're taking the roof off. And it was really, really good because generally, obviously, most of the in the real world, if you were responding to that, you'd have at least 2 paramedics in the ambo, 4 guys on the engine, but it was just 3 sort of emergency medical staff or emergency sort of rescue staff. Everyone else was ADO. So I ended up getting one of the deputies into the back of the car to stabilise the victim's neck, put the seat collar on, kept him in there, just keeping her calm. Then we took the roof off. Yeah, I just really enjoyed it. It was actually really good because I ended up blue lighting her at the hospital. But yeah, it was just one of those calls you do, and it's just, yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yeah, we're definitely late now though. I mean, I'm going to do a late break to try and get into Falkirk High vaguely to time. But if you look at it, this is our long leg, because we've got 14:36, 15:3, and then it's, what, 9 minutes to Croy, so that's going to be harder to catch up time. And 12 minutes from there to Queen Street. I mean, it's only, yeah, 28 miles to Queen Street full stop from here, so I love this bridge. Trains over bridges, it's just so nice, such a nice thing to watch. I don't know why. I'm a weirdo, I know. And then the night before, again didn't capture it unfortunately, but I went for a ride along with the police lieutenant, and we did, yeah, and we got in front of a pursuit, a spike strip, and it was literally like the promo video for Stinger. Spike strips went out, car runs straight over them, all the tyres go flat, spins out, and we caught the guy, and recovered a kidnapping victim, so that was awesome. Okay, I'm just going to knock it to 90 because we've only got half an hour to that 90 board anyway. No point in starting fast. Hello, 365. Get very late notice on these speedboard on those ABS ramps. That would be my point of feedback. And I think you don't get them until a speed change is more than 10 miles an hour. Okay, what have we got? That was a weird AWS? Okay. What I'll do is I'm actually going to open the tax up to 100 now, because I know we're approaching the speed change. We'll just monitor the speed, make sure it doesn't pass 90. Probably did it a little too soon. Yeah, of course you're going to accelerate brilliantly now. Oof. Stress. Right. Hold it there. Back into full power we go. And if we get up to 95, that's all I want really. Because I think we're going to be... A good way to judge your braking distance, by the way, in these things, is if you step 2, so if you convert your distance to miles at miles, so for example, 92 becomes 0.92, that's the point at which you start braking in step 2, and it's quite a safe way to judge braking. On level ground, that is. Should caveat that in there. We can do a little bit more manual on the approach to get Falkirk. Okay. Step 2 time. Yeah, a little quick, but that's fine. We'll make it. And you see we've got a little bit of the barest amount of air braking in the cylinders there now. Yeah, we popped straight out the end here and straight into Falkirk. I think keep that in mind. We're doing about 25 miles an hour as our platform approach speed, so I think I've judged that quite well. Going to emerge out now. Emerge out the tunnels. Welcome to Falkirk High. Hi, Falkirk. Oh, there was a joke in there somewhere. Yeah, we are 2 minutes late though, so I really I'm going to get 2.5 now. I'm going to just get started. We'll definitely fail this scenario. Not sure where, because we drove it pretty flawlessly. But we are going to struggle to make time up now, which is a shame. Yeah, we wouldn't have got that rear coach on anyway. I'm honestly not sure where we lost all the time. Strange. Welcome to Falkirk, the place with no car park tarmac. It's been necked. Yeah, surprise, surprise, we failed that. Straight out of there, up to 100. I'll just grab that screenshot. The butt of the train. We are rail fans, hoorah! And it's got the 166 interior, which is a bit would have been good had we had like the seat says London Connections, had that been updated to something vaguely Scottish. But I know AP doesn't focus on the cabin, the passenger interior, because to be honest, there's not much to be done in here anyway. I'll put a 5500 as our target speed. Yeah, I'm definitely going to record London to Faversham after this as well, and do that run just so we can experience what I experienced. It was quite cool when we went into the tunnels on the route, on the high speed section. Yeah, all you heard is beep. It's the TVM kicked in, and then it's just surge of speed as the driver put his foot down. It's like, yep, train sim's accurate. Train sim is accurate. So we've got 529 on the front, and on the back we've got 523. Right. I am very... Yeah, I'm just very excited for the future now. I know I keep repeating myself so much working record what we got coming that way. 519. It would be good to get a list of the units that went to Scotland. Let's check the Class 365 wiki for it. I've got an 8-mile run, so 513, I can see that. So there's a photo of that in there. ScotRail took 10 over. So it doesn't really specify in here. I'll probably be able to check it in the thing. When did they take them? April 2018. And they ended in May 2019. So they've had them for a year. That's quite impressive, actually. Which one are we driving again? 529 and 523. Neither of them were ever named. Neither of them were involved in the accidents. Cool, good. All good. In the hood. But yes, so the 365 Brill York, so ABB York. 365 Northern Network Express, a dual voltage electrical units built by ABB York between 94 and 95. They were the last units to be built at the York factory before its closure. They received modifications to equip them with cab air conditioning, installed by West Anglia Great Northern, the design of which has given them the nickname Happy Train, as a result of its brilliant air intake. As previously mentioned, in the early 90s, the Networker family were entering large-scale service in the Network Southeast sector. Both Third Rail Network, Class 465, 466, and Networker Turbo 165 and 166 were in service, with proposals for others, including a so-called Universal Networker, intended as the 371 and 381, that would have dual voltage capability. However, by 92, no work had been done in the development of these due to lack of funding, so a replacement plan was required. For this, the For this, the Class 465 was modified for longer distance services. A prototype was converted from an existing unit, a 465-3, to determine suitability before funding was authorised for the purchase of 41 dual voltage EMUs, each of 4 carriages. These became the Class 365s. Although specified as dual voltage, the 365s have never operated in this capacity since they were built with only one system of traction pickup. 365 through 501 through 516 worked briefly for NSC before the franchise was given to Connex South Eastern and was supplied with DC-only shoe gear for use on the 750 volt DC third rail system, with the exception of 502, which briefly ran AC during testing. Basically, the main difference is AC is overhead line, DC is third rail. Yeah. Can't get Discord again, can I? Just chatting to the person who actually hit it from the car in Discord, and they said, yeah, we couldn't tell it was your first one. I was like, yeah, that's what comes from binge watching the emergency services documentaries. So I think I've watched every single episode of Ambulance. But no, Ambulance was actually really good. I really hope they do more series. It's actually, I know it's kind of cheap to say a TV show inspired you to do something, but for me, it really was a case that's what inspired me to want to be a paramedic. But then this job came around and I was like, I can't turn that down, I just can't. 12 miles left of the run. When we failed this scenario with regards to timings, this is actually one of the reasons that I don't like including and sort of specifying timings in scenarios, because it makes them really easy to fail with just one minor mistake. And yeah, it just, as one who likes ticky boxes, yeah, it means you don't get a ticky box. 4, got the S-car markers, hello 170, give him a wave, oh he's pulling in as well. Perks of driving one-handed, I guess. We must be just past the end, because that's pretty perfectly stopped. I mean, the last carriage hasn't gone on, which I guess, I don't know. I don't know if these have SDO, or they probably just, what they probably do is say passengers for Croy, only board the first 4 carriages of this service or something like that, and they'd only open the doors on the first 4. But anyone in the back stuck in till Glasgow. Glasgow, as the locals would say. Awesome, let's go. So, so on DC, so yes, they, and then 365-502 during testing and commissioning, and was the main reason for the release, is the one subleased from Connex. Yeah, so 502 is actually subleased from Connex to Wagon after the Potter's Bar crash in 2002. In this configuration, the maximum speed was 90 miles an hour when they transferred to Wagon. So when all the 365 transferred to Wagon for use on 25 kV AC traction supply, the shoes and associated equipment were removed, and a Breckenridge Wallace high-speed pantograph was installed, along with other operating voltage-specific modifications in testing by Bombardier Transportation at Doncaster shortly before the works closed. However, the 365 retained that the original 750 volt DC bus, meaning that when on 25 kV overhead lines, the current is collected as AC and rectified to DC for the onboard systems, and then inverted back to AC for the 3-phase traction motors. For running on overhead lines, the max speed, as we know, is 100 miles an hour. It does seem a bit awkward, taking everything in as AC, converting it all to DC, then converting some of it back to AC. So basic formation is the DMOCA, which is what we're driving from, which is has 4 3-phase AC traction motors and traction inverters and sanders. Then you've got which is the driver motor open something. Then you've got the TOSL, which is the trailer open standard lav. Then you've got the PTOSL, which is the pantograph trailer open standard lav, and the DMOC, which is the driving motor open compartment. I don't know. So I think at the, there's like a door at the front, between Catholic class and first class. Wish I had a ride on the 365s, to be fair. Wish I'd had, but I was on Thames Link, not Great Northern, coming down from Peterborough, so I was doomed to a 700. Yeah, there's no way we're recovering 2 minutes of time. Unfortunately, I think it was a strict schedule to start off with, and that emergency stop just ballsed it up for us. Here comes another 380. Hey. I do actually raise my hand to give them a wave as well, because that's what drivers do. A bit like bus drivers wave to each other. If you're British, you'll have noticed. It's a bit like that. I think drivers wave to each other to indicate that the path behind is clear. And they used to actually flash your headlights in ye olden days as an indication that the road was clear. But that's no sign of distress. So yeah. It's a bit like you'd flash your headlights in a car to let someone out, that kind of thing. That is the greatest piece of photography. I'm just looking through the photos of them. Yeah, some people, I guess, have been spoiled by some of the photos I've had access to and pieces of material. Because what I use is Flickr. If you watched my scenario creation video, you'll have seen that. I use Flickr to find my stuff, and then I go from there. Because you go on Flickr, find a photograph on there. So I always use UK train pics on Flickr. I've not actually been on there for ages because I've not really been building scenarios much. But just, there's 380,000 photos to choose from. And it's good for current formations and what's doing what and photos and stuff like that. And and as well, if you're looking at doing depots, you can get photos of depots and you can see what generally parks where. So things like, you're generally rarely going to find, let's think of a well-known depot. But basically, it's not. For example, it wouldn't be common for a Class 92 at Crown Point to be parked on one of the non-electrified sidings. But if you do, modelling a specific day, and you can find the photograph of someone's parked there, you can then back that up so no one can give you poop. Yeah, that is. Ooh, what's that one? Those sidings have a specific name. I just can't remember it. No, but up here for Solon, Carter West, Cater West. Okay, got Cater sidings. Which I believe is modal. Got a nice little cruise now. See, that's a well placed AWS run. Yeah, okay. So that 50, I'm going to cut into that momentarily. You can see we've got a little bit of brake force going in, not much, a little bit. Let's kick that up a bit. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go back into step 2, get us down to that 50 mark. Just going to bug it for myself as more as a memory trick. Yeah, see, we're holding time, so we're not getting any worse, but we're just not getting any better at the same time. There's the 50, we're going to be a little quick going through. Oh no, maybe not. Right, hello HST, where are you off to? Glasgow Queen Street Terminus. Got one of the really nice, fully refurbed sets over there. Do you want to do another spin in those? Might actually do a Glasgow Queen Street Inverness run and just do it as far as, you know, that's obviously the reopened Eastfield Depot. I thought it dated back to BR days, but I was wrong actually. It was Eastfield. All I can hear is what sounds like points shifting. Oh god, not that sound again. But that was, whew, that was well caught on my part. And we're now going to be hitting the embers coming into the tunnels. Right. Just going to ride the brake on the approach here. Set the speed bug. I'm just going to ride step on the brake coming downhill. That gives that signal being set as a dual amber gives us a clear approach into the station. It's a rather steep descent. Can't really see anything out the car, I'm trying to stay eyes in. Let's get it down to 15. I hear a turbo. The service now arriving at platform 7 is the 14:32 Edinburgh to Glasgow service. Yeah, I'm not doing that Glasgow accent ever again, don't worry. Whew. I think some of the 158s were being quite doubles for 157s, 156s, correction. Screenshot. There we go, guys. So that is going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a semi-regular basis. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.